Europe gathers for a karaoke competition, Lady Gaga can't seem to get a break, and Will Smith and his family punch my childhood in the face. All this and more on today's Pure Tunes. Welcome to Pure Tunes, the show where I talk about the stuff that's happening in the music business this week. Big story this week, of course, is on Saturday night, the city of Baku in Azerbaijan played host to the 54th Eurovision Song Contest. Of course, there was your standing fare of aging crooners making a comeback, novelty acts with weird stage shows, and plenty of lyrics that looked like they'd been translated into English via Google Translate. But the real star of the show was, of course, Sweden's Kate Bush impersonator extraordinaire Loreen, who won the competition with her song Euphoria. However, the contest was mired in the reality of a European economy in the grip of recession. I can imagine many European finance ministers were saying a little prayer, hoping that their country didn't have the punishment of hosting it next year. I mean, imagine if the Greeks had won it. That would be a riot. Speaking of riots, let's get back to a story we've been talking a lot about lately. Lady Gaga's Born This Way ball tour has taken another hit this week after the singer was forced to cancel an appearance in Jakarta, Indonesia after protests by Islamic hardliners. The Islamic Defenders Front, who are one of the more notorious groups involved in the protest, described the singer as a messenger of the devil and were amongst one of the groups who intended to buy tickets to the event so that they could wreak havoc in the venue. This is crazy considering the international community holds up Indonesia as a country that blends freedom of speech with a very moderate form of Islam. However, it seems like a small extremist group within the faith have become more vocal and more violent over the last few years, and there have been reports of attacks on Christians and religious minority groups who these extremists find immoral. And last but not least, let's talk about the Smiths. No, I'm not talking about the iconic post-punk band. I'm talking about the Smith family. You know, the ones who are ruining everything you love. Not only has the spawn of Will and Jada Smith ruined the enduring memory of the Karate Kid movies, but now the other one, Willow, is set to star in the lead role of a remake of the musical Annie. If you don't remember who Willow Smith is, she's the one who whips her hair back and forth. Will Smith did announce that British actress Emma Thompson would be writing the script for the film, which is a plus. But it's been recently announced that Jay-Z is going to be writing the music for the flick. Okay, once more for the cheap seats. Will Smith is producing a remake of Annie with his daughter in the lead role and Jay-Z writing the music. For those of you who are wondering why I don't have long hair anymore, it's cause I ripped it out after I read that story. Now it's time for Thing of the Week, where I talk about a thing that's happening this week which will hopefully make up for all the crap I just read out there. This week we actually have two things to talk about, all of them coming from the sunny Ayrshire coast. Kilmarnock's Dirty Weekender kicks off this Friday with a number of acts playing in a number of venues across the town. This will include acts such as Suspire, Roscoe Bacon and the Ganton Squeaks, and Bombscare, who, if you don't know, are amazing. But if you want something a little bit quieter, I'd recommend heading down to the Robert Burns Birthplace Museum this Saturday for the Third Degree Burns Festival, which features some amazing local talent such as Melissa Kelly, Rose Parade and the awesome Little Fire. Links to both of these events can be found in the description below. I would heartily recommend, if you're from the Ayrshire region, go check that out. Even if you're from anywhere on the west coast, head on down to one or both. They're both going to be great. And that's all we have time for this week. Remember to give us a big thumbs up or hit that subscribe button. Chime in on any stories you want to talk about in the comments or video responses below. Also, this Wednesday we're going to be launching the first of our monthly mixtapes playlists, so don't forget to check that out. And remember, we'll be covering a whole ton more stories over our blog at puretunes.tumblr.com. Until next week, I've been Jimmy Richards and this has been Pure Tunes. Have a week.